Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, and we are here in Westchester, Pennsylvania at the Church of the Loving Shepherd. And the reason why we are in Westchester, Pennsylvania at the Church of the Loving Shepherd is to take a look at something that I haven't taken a look at in a long while, it seems, at this point. I mean, okay, yes, just last week, we kind of took a look at one of these, but it wasn't technically, I think, one of them. We are out here to take a look at yet another, I know, drum roll please, another labyrinth. And apparently it's in that direction. So as you guys know, if you have been following me for some time now, I love labyrinths. I have become obsessed with finding as many of these as possible. Again, I'm not promoting this in the sense of I'm not sponsored or anything, but go to labyrinthlocator.com and just do a little search on there to see how many labyrinths are in your area. And I guarantee you there are hundreds of them. There are definitely hundreds of them around me. And I want to see as many of them as I possibly can. And I have to start going out to more of these to get as many checked off my list as I can before I move down to Florida. So drove like 45-ish minutes out to Westchester, Pennsylvania to see this labyrinth. It looks pretty interesting. It's kind of set sort of from what I could see in the woods or surrounded by trees or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. First time ever out kind of in this area. I've been out to Westchester before. Route, was it 202 or Highway 202, whatever it is not too far away. I've driven down there many times before, but I never really got off of 202 and came this direction. So kind of in a new sort of area right now. We're actually in an area of the Brandywine battlefield. So right now, where we're walking, there very well could have been a battle taking place right here. You never know. This whole area was a big, giant battlefield, and many of these areas were actually, they actually housed the battle. So right here where we're walking right now, perhaps General Lafayette was shot and wounded. I don't know where the exact area that he was shot and wounded during the Battle of Brandywine, but it could have been right here. You never know. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the Battle of Brandywine, though it could have happened in this area. We are here to talk about the labyrinth, which according to this sign is in this direction here. You would think there'd be like a path or something, but I don't see any kind of path, no worn away area. So again, the sign says labyrinth this way, so we're gonna walk this way, and I don't know, I guess it's down here somewhere. From what I saw through pictures online, this is set kind of back in the woods here somewhere, though I don't know how well it's been kept up. That's the thing with these labyrinths, is that I go to Labyrinth Locator and you see photos of it, and that maybe is what it looked like X amount of years ago, or right around when it was built, and it's been kept up at that point. And then now you come out to these places and sometimes they're not so well kept up. And from what I'm seeing right now, it's looking not so well kept up. Can you guys even make out the labyrinth that's there? I assure you, there is a labyrinth right in front of us right now, but I'm thinking it's gonna be ever so slightly difficult to do this labyrinth because, yeah, you can't see it very well. Also, I would like to apologize if this video is very shaky because in the sun, it's actually kind of nice, but there's a slight breeze blowing, and once I hit the shade, I started to shake a little bit. I probably should have put my heavier jacket on today. It's supposed to be pretty nice out. The weather's gonna get nice, and even right now in the sun, it's pretty nice, but whew, in the shade, a little chilly. I'm definitely shivering ever so slightly. So before we get to the labyrinth, I'm kind of curious as to what exactly this is. I'm not sure. Are there people buried here maybe underneath this? There are names here like Helen Stanton, 1916 to 2000. Another Stanton, John W. There's like Gladys. So I'm not entirely sure if there's people buried out here. Did I just shiver? I'm like, people buried out here? There's people buried out here? I'm shivering right now. But I'm thinking maybe possibly there are graves out here, maybe possibly underneath whatever this thing is here. This is interesting. If you know, if you have any information on this, leave your comments. Every time I talk, my teeth shake and shiver and chatter. Anyway, if you have any information on this, leave your comments down below. Maybe it's just like in memory of them. Maybe they donated, or a loved one donated some money to help build whatever this is, or maybe build the labyrinth or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe there's people, there's graves out here. I do not know. Looks like somebody maybe was doing some kind of maintenance out here. There's a pile of leaves. Anyway, all right, we're going to try to walk this labyrinth. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't even know where you start. I'm thinking maybe over there by the benches, maybe. I don't know. But again, it's not going to be easy because this has not really been maintained. Yeah, I'm going to say this is the beginning here of the labyrinth, because there is this little box here, and there's some information. It says the labyrinth is a spiritual tool that has many applications in various settings. It reduces stress, am I shaking a lot? It reduces stress, quiets the mind, and opens the heart. It is a walking meditation, a path of prayer, and a blueprint where psych meets spirit. Interesting. Tells you all about what a labyrinth is, suggestions for walking the labyrinth. That is interesting. There's a little, like a hymn. Looks like some hymns here as well, or something like that, which is interesting. Unfortunately, I don't really have much information as to when this labyrinth was built. Labyrinth locator a lot of times will list when the labyrinth was built and installed. There was no information on that, so I don't know how long this labyrinth has been here. I'm not entirely sure. But what I can tell you is I am shaking so much right now. You know, I thought to myself, a labyrinth surrounded by trees? That is interesting. I should have thought of this on a much warmer day. All right, so we are starting the labyrinth between these two benches right here. And like I said, hopefully I can figure this out. It shouldn't be too hard. As you can see, the labyrinth is simply just stone laid down on top of the grass here. So you can make your way around. You can see where you're going. And again, what's really interesting is the fact that it is set all throughout these trees. There are literal trees growing up through the labyrinth. So again, as I always say, at every single labyrinth we go to, no two labyrinths are the same. Every single one is different. Every single one is unique. And this one here is very unique in the sense that it is set throughout all these trees, and that there are trees growing up through the labyrinth, and the labyrinth twists and turns around the trees. That is very, very interesting. And it does look like, even though this hasn't been like super well maintained, it is still maintained enough that I can figure my way around this. It's not like some of the labyrinths we've been to in the past where they're so poorly maintained, you don't know where you're going. This one here, we're pretty good. I think I can figure this one out. Okay, look at this tree growing right up around the labyrinth. Just gonna stand here in the sun for a sec. I do love that crunch of the leaves. I am gonna miss the fall. When I move down to Florida, I will miss the fall weather, even though it is a little chilly out right now. I'm gonna miss that brisk fall weather. I'm gonna miss the crunch of the leaves, that smell of the leaves. If you're from an area that has typical falls and typical autumns where the leaves change and fall, you know what smell I'm talking about. It might just be the smell of decaying dead leaves, which to some people might not sound all that exciting, but I assure you, it's just a really, I don't know, unique, and in my opinion, magical smell. There's something very nostalgic about it. And oh my gosh, this just became the most amazing labyrinth ever. There is an armadillo statue here. I don't know why, but that is so cool. So for those of you who don't know, I think I've mentioned this before, my all-time favorite animal is the armadillo. And there's one right here. This labyrinth just got 10 times cooler by that little statue right there of an armadillo. I don't know what the armadillo represents. Do not know why there's an armadillo there, but I'm happy there is one. That is awesome. Again, it is really, really interesting how this labyrinth is set up and winds throughout the trees. I don't feel like it's a perfect circle. This one's kind of a bit wobbly to make its way up and around the trees, but I'm okay with that. I think that's very interesting. It's very unique. There's some kind of, I don't know what this is, some sort of pagoda or something over here. Again, not entirely sure what that represents. Looks like maybe you put candles inside there or something. That's pretty interesting. If you guys know what that is, leave a comment down below about whatever that thing is. So I'm finding this this labyrinth to be very, very interesting, and it's unique. It's different. I'm loving this. I like the setting. I like the structures. I like the crunch of the leaves. If you do come out here during the fall, you will have that nice sound of the leaves crunching underneath your feet. This is a good labyrinth. I can honestly say at this point, I have no idea where in the labyrinth I'm actually at. I think maybe possibly I'm getting towards the center, but that's the interesting thing about a labyrinth, is that you think you're heading towards the center, and then all of a sudden you take a different turn and you're back on the outside of the labyrinth, or maybe not. Again, you never know. Every labyrinth is kind of, like I said, different, and you never know really what direction you're walking in. So I think maybe I'm heading towards it looks like I'm heading towards the center, but at any second now, I could take a turn and be back on the outside. But I don't know. I think maybe I'm almost at the center. Maybe. And you see, this right here is what I'm talking about. I just took a turn that's now taking me away from the center. And I think maybe my next turn is going to take me more towards the outskirts of the labyrinth. I don't know. But again, that's what I love about a labyrinth. You never really know where you're going. And what I love about this labyrinth is the fact that I've been walking it now for a little while. This is a good long labyrinth. I've been to some labyrinths where after 2 minutes of walking, you're already in the center. This one here, it doesn't look that big, but it's taking a while to get through it. And I appreciate that. Gives you plenty of time to meditate, to be with yourself, to do whatever it is you want to do while you're walking through the labyrinth, walking through the trees of this labyrinth. All right, maybe now we're heading towards the center. And yes, we have done it. We have found the center of the labyrinth. That was a heck of a lot of fun. That took me a while to get through. I love the ambiance, the fact that it's set in and around the trees. That was awesome. And again, if you come out here during the fall, that sound of the crunch of the leaves as you're walking, it's very soothing. It's very calming. This was a great labyrinth. Again, maybe the upkeep could be a little better. Maybe some new stones could be put down or something like that. But they do obviously keep it maintained, at least as far as mowing is concerned. But this was great. I would highly, highly recommend this labyrinth. This was a ton of fun. One of the better labyrinths I've been to in a while. And in fact, I enjoyed it so much, I'm going to walk it backwards now. I'm walking it one more time because that was great. Again, I love that sound of leaves crunching under my feet. There's something about that just, again, is very nostalgic, very calming, very soothing. I'm gonna miss this when I move to Florida. Is there anywhere in Florida that has something like this? Do any trees in Florida lose their leaves during the fall and the winter? I want to say down there it just stays green all year round, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm a northerner, not a southerner. I don't really know these things. So comments down below if you know of any trees or any forests or anywhere in Florida that has a similar situation to this come the fall season, because I would definitely want to visit that area during the fall so I could walk amongst the leaves and get that smell and that sound of the leaves crunching under my feet. I have so many great memories of leaves during the fall season. My dad used to rake them. We had a big lawn, and we had these giant oak trees. My dad would rake the leaves from them, put them into big piles. My brother and I would jump into those leaves. It was a lot of fun. Of course, as an adult, I became very, I don't know, not so nostalgic for the raking aspect of the leaves. I did not enjoy raking leaves. In fact, it got to the point where I stopped raking leaves altogether. I just mulched them up with the lawnmower now and let them kind of fertilize the lawn. It makes for good fertilizer, but as a kid, I used to love when my dad would rake the leaves and we could jump into them. If you have experiences like that, if you have memories like that, leave comments down below as well. Just, I could honestly just listen to that sound all day. Also, just adding to the, I don't know, the ambiance, to the experience. I think somebody out here has a wood-burning stove going. I can smell the smoke coming out of their chimney, and it smells pretty amazing, honestly. Again, that sound. Yeah, this is by far one of the better labyrinths I've done in a while. I feel like the last couple of ones we've gone to haven't been as epic. They've been okay. I mean, every labyrinth in of itself, in its own way, is great. But let's face it, some are better than others. Yeah, this one here, I was a little leery on it when I first got here because it did look like it hadn't really been kept up all that well. But once I started walking it, I completely changed my mind. This is one of the best labyrinths I've been to in the area. If you've been to this one, again, leave those comments down below. Let me know. But if you haven't and you are a fan of labyrinths, get out here to Westchester. Check this one out. This one's good. All right, so I've made my way once again through the labyrinth. We have come to the beginning, to the end of the labyrinth. That was awesome. That was great. Yeah, again, one of the best labyrinths I've been to. The setting of it in the woods, throughout the trees, with the trees actually growing up throughout the labyrinth, it's really awesome. I mean, I know this is only a certain time of the year, but if you do come out here during the fall, the crunching of the leaves, the smell of the old houses around here with the wood-burning stoves, the fact that it overlooks a lake is pretty awesome as well. Just adds to the ambience, adds to the amazingness of this labyrinth. I'm so happy I came out here. This is a really, really good labyrinth. There actually are a few more labyrinths in the area here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, that we have to come out to, but I'm so happy I decided to start with this one. That was great. That was a lot of fun. But all right, guys, I do think that is just about going to do it for the labyrinth here at the Church of the Loving Shepherd in Westchester, Pennsylvania, a medieval 7-circuit labyrinth set in and around the trees. I know I keep saying this, but by far one of the best labyrinths I have ever been to. If you are a fan of labyrinths, if you live in the area, even if you don't, even if you're like me and you live almost an hour away, I recommend coming out here and checking this one out. If you love a good labyrinth, this was great. I'm gonna have to bring my son back out here. He has become a big fan of labyrinths as well, and I kind of regret not bringing him to this one because this is one of the best ones. So at some point, I am gonna bring him back out here to walk this labyrinth with me, maybe even sometime soon, so he can experience the crunch of the leaves beneath his feet as well. But all right, guys, with that, we are done. So like I said, whoa, there's also, but be careful. There's all these, I don't know what those are, walnuts or whatever these things are. And if you're not careful, as much as I love stomping on the leaves, if you stomp on one of these, it's essentially just a ball under your foot. I have almost slipped on those a couple of times. So be warned if you come out here. those are on the ground and could cause a tripping hazard for you. But anyway, guys, that is it. So like I said, if you're a fan of Labyrinths, please leave your comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. I love hearing about your experiences at Labyrinths, your love for Labyrinths, what Labyrinths you've been to, what is your favorite Labyrinth. I definitely want to hear from you guys. But again, that is going to do it. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro rest stop t-shirts, proceeds, both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon to help support the show. They keep the show going. It brings us out to awesome and amazing places like this. That's a good like 45-minute drive from my house, so it helps put gas in the van and in Pumpkin, and helps bring us out to places like this so we can see and experience amazing stuff like this awesome Labyrinth. But before we go, I want to quickly walk down to this lake because I've been staring at it the entire time I've been walking the Labyrinth. That is awesome. I bet during the spring, summer, early fall, probably all kinds of frogs and turtles out here. This is pretty cool. This is a really awesome church with some really good grounds. Look at the stream here. They got a bridge going over top of it. This is beautiful. What a fantastic, amazing place. But all right, guys, again, that is going to do it. So like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. All right, thanks for watching. Oh, wait, we didn't do a hashtag. If you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, hashtag crunchy leaves. If you guys watch the video all the way until the very end, hashtag crunchy leaves. All right, guys. So again, with that, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.